is a return to traditional values, and specifically patriarchy properly understood, which was a value system that at the end of the day persuaded both men and women not only to have children, but to take responsibility for them. There's not much you can say for the Swedish model that's encouraging. The Swedish birth rate, despite these massive subsidies to parenthood, it's higher than in many other parts of Europe, but still not high enough to replace the population.
When all is said and all is done, the demographic winter is really not about growing or shrinking populations. It's not about the economy. It's not even about the lifestyles of adults. But rather, history will show that it is ultimately about the children, what children will yet be born. It is they who will be consigned to wade through life's journey, burdened by the consequences of the demographic winter.
I'm not quite a declinist as much as some people are, but I guess I'm sort of a perpetual optimist about these things. But I must say it is hard to see how these things are going to be turned around.
It's one of those paradoxes. I mean, everything you look at, life and the universe has cycles, and so does demographics, and so do countries and their development.
You're going to gradually have the weakening of the West.
The Romans, in the time of Julius Caesar, were totally preoccupied by the fear that they were not producing enough children. The sterile, pagan nobility died out, and with them their ancestors' idea of Rome.
You look back in history and no part of the world stays dominant forever. I mean, Rome was great, and now they're, Italy's doing well, but they're nowhere near leading the world. And Greece used to absolutely dominate innovation and philosophy and science. Because countries, as they get more prosperous and more urban, that's the two things you see with progress, particularly in modern time, people have fewer kids.
So maybe the time of Western civilization has come, and now we're going into a retreat.
And if it helps, just so you know where I'm coming from, I'm not churched. I work for a progressive secular think tank, right? And you can say this in your documentary in terms of.
You're saying it's actually wrong.
Oh, okay. I have one child adopted, so I'm not. This is not a faith-based analysis. This is an analysis that. May eventually bring me to faith, but is not driven by faith. It just turns out these were the facts take you when you look at population.